Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. I hope everyone is doing well. Today's video we're going to be watching is of a message that Boris Johnson gave to the Falkland Islands during Christmas of last year, 2020. I recently just did a video on the Falkland Islands War, and someone from Falkland actually mentioned that there were actually still landmines, or that there were still landmines in the islands up until recently. And so then I looked into it and I came across this message that the UK Prime Minister delivered over Christmas. So we're going to watch that first and see what he has to say. And then we're going to delve into a little bit more about demining and mines that have been found and the casualties of them kind of all across the world. But first we're going to watch his message, see what he has to say, and then go from there. If you guys like this channel and like this type of content, make sure you hit that like button, comment anything you want, just tell me how you are, or you can comment any recommendations for future videos. You can message me or follow me on Instagram. The link will be in the description. If you guys are new here, I hope you enjoy, and let's get into this.
Hey people, 2020 has been a year they would like to forget, but it's a year that will go down in Falklands history for one very positive reason. Because when young Luke Thomas pressed the button to detonate the final Argentinian mine last month, it marked the first time in 38 years that your islands have been completely free of unexploded ordnance. Whole generations have grown up thinking of those little skull and crossbones signs as perfectly part of normal life. So it's fantastic that kids like Luke will no longer have to be taught about the dangers of straying beyond the wire, and that Falkland Islanders of all ages can once again enjoy everything their beautiful home has to offer. The pictures of people literally sprinting down to York Bay to have a paddle for the first time in decades brought smiles to a great many faces back in the UK, including my own. And it filled me with pride as well. Pride that the UK has met its international obligations by mopping up all those tens of thousands of mines. And pride that the whole effort was funded by the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. And pride that in addition to demining the Falklands, we're doing something that I know a lot of you wanted to see by putting another £36 million into clearing those indiscriminately deadly explosives from other parts of the world, including Zimbabwe, home to so many members of the brave demining team. Our commitment to the well-being of the islands and their people may have ruffled some feathers in some quarters, but it serves as a reminder that even though you may be many thousands of miles away, you are very much a part of the British family of nations, that you will remain, and that this government will be there for you come what may.
Okay, so yeah, the rest of the video, he talked about Brexit, trade agreements, and the coronavirus. I'll post a link in the description of this video if for some reason you guys do want to watch the rest of it. So only about half of it was really pertaining to the Falklands demining. When I found out about this, I was really shocked. I don't know really why. I guess just as an American, this is really like showing my innocence. It's crazy. But I guess I just never really thought about what happens to all the mines that have been placed throughout all these wars. So I decided to do a little bit of research. Before we get into that though, can we talk about this guy's hair? I mean, seriously, like look at this right here. Look at that. I love it. I love this man's hair. I love the fact that this guy doesn't give a damn about his hair. This is, he wakes up like this. And you know it. Like, you know he wakes up like this. This is a man who does not give a damn about his appearance. And I appreciate that. Anyway, so yeah, after watching this, well, mainly actually before watching this, when I found out about this whole demining process, because for some reason I've never heard about it, and I have no idea why. I actually did a little bit of research on this, and I'm going to pull it up. So the first thing I started with was a war with the US, Vietnam. I was like, okay, if the UK took the time to do demining in the Falklands, did America ever do anything in Vietnam? So what I came across, this is from OCHA services. Again, I'll post all the links to these websites in the description, but it says, since the Vietnam War, 40,000 people have been victims of the explosives left behind over the last 3 decades. Youth is always the highest number. It says 18% of Vietnam's land area remains contaminated with landmines. That is crazy to think about. So yeah, it says lives and limbs are lost due to lack of awareness. So yeah, it seems like they're actually like having to teach their kids about like landmine awareness, which again kind of goes into what happened in the Falklands, because I know the guy who messaged me about looking into this actually mentioned like as he was a kid or in school, they actually had to like take classes and learn about this, and it just really threw me off because I can really appreciate now, I guess, in a way, that I live in a country that's never really been attacked in modern times. And I don't know, I just feel like that's kind of a weird thing, which I think like somewhat is true for the UK in the sense I don't think that they're overridden with landmines. Obviously, you guys got the shit bombed out of you in World War II with air, so you guys would potentially maybe have some air bombs that didn't go off still. But I don't think you guys, I could totally be wrong. I'm not the best with history, obviously, as I'm trying to learn. But I don't think you actually guys got invaded by land during World War II. So you guys didn't have the mines. I don't think so. So anyway, then another thing I looked up was history of unexploded ordnance, mines, grenades, and more, a leftover threat from World War II. This is from War History Online. So yeah, so apparently just from World War II alone, not Vietnam, Korea, all the fighting that goes on in Africa and everything, there were 110 million landmines placed on the ground since World War II. And I don't know where they get these statistics, but anyway, supposedly which could be true, 15 to 20,000 people die every year from landmine explosions. It kind of talks to, like, which is crazy to think about, that over 3 million tons of bombs were dropped on Europe by British and American forces. Like, I had no idea that amount. That is a shit ton of bombs. And again, it says right here that does not even include grenades, landmines, or more. Germany had the majority of that. Literally half of that was in Germany. So anyway, that talked a little bit about that. And then I came across the Ottawa Treaty of 1997, because I've never heard about that either. And so I guess the Ottawa Treaty of 1997, at least from what I understand, it was a treaty of I think 156 countries. The Ottawa Treaty had 164 state parties to the treaty. And kind of, I guess, the main purpose of this was to kind of stop using landmines in wars from 1997. There were 32 UN states, China, Russia, and of course the United States did not sign that treaty. Yeah. So anyway, the Ottawa Treaty is the Convention on the Prohibition of the Use, Stockpiling, Production, and Transfer of Anti-Personnel Mines and on their destruction, known formally as the Ottawa Treaty. The Anti-Personnel Mine Ban Convention, or the Mine Ban Treaty. So yeah, the whole purpose of the Ottawa Treaty is to eliminate anti-personnel landmines. From there, I did look up, actually, you guys are a part of that, of course. And of course, the United States is not. So one thing that is interesting is, although the U.S. is not part of the Ottawa Treaty, apparently, and this article is from BBC News, so actually your guys' news, apparently Obama had put on some restrictions, I think, on the U.S. by themselves, as opposed to joining the treaty. He actually had put a policy in to not use landmines, and then apparently Trump, and I don't understand why, Trump actually reversed that, so that America could use landmines in the future. Apparently he said landmines are an important tool that our forces need to have available to them in order to ensure mission success and in order to reduce risk to forces. I'm not sure, I don't really agree with that. Obviously, there's 164 other countries that are part of the treaty, and they're doing just fine. Now, obviously, today, he's obviously not the president anymore. I kind of doubt this gets reversed, because it's one of those things, it's on the books, it's been done, but there's really no reason to reverse it until it comes up, kind of thing. So if it comes up, then obviously it will probably get reversed. Anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting that the U.S. wasn't part of it, and then kind of by themselves were, and then it got reversed again. But that's U.S. politics for you. So yeah, anyway, I was really just shocked by this, because it's just shocked the fact that I didn't know this. Now, I'm sure the U.S. I didn't come across anything, but I'm sure the U.S. probably has spent money demining. I just didn't realize, there's a whole, these are people's careers, that's what they do, that there's tens of thousands of mines still active. There's whole thousands of acres, square miles of land that you can't just walk in because of these landmines. So I guess I was just really shocked to find this out. I mean, I'm not so shocked that it's there because of all the wars and the destruction of war. I guess I'm just shocked that I didn't know this. And I feel like I should. So anyway, it's just a really interesting topic, and I just really, I guess, feel again lucky to live in a country that has not really been ravaged by war. We've been really lucky in that regards, and I just really thought this was interesting and wanted to share with you guys. I'll post all these links below. Comment what you guys know about. I'm sure you guys know way more about this. It's probably actually like taught and televised. The media probably actually covers this stuff because it's probably going on in Europe and these demining groups. Yeah. So anyway, just an interesting topic that I was wanting to cover. So that is all I have for this video. Please subscribe if you are subscribed. I love you. That is all I have for the video today, though. Thank you guys so much, and I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I will see you guys all later.